Hey everybody, how are you doing? I'm popping on real quick to do a check-in to see, first of all, how was your day? How are your goals going? Yes, I still have lights up, but the winter's not done, so we're still keeping the lights up. We've got Christmas lights still, but they're not really Christmas lights. They're more like ambiance lights. So as you're tuning in, where are you tuning in from? We are getting packed and ready to go on an adventure tomorrow. Where will we go? You'll have to see. But I need to show you something. So really, this is kind of just a check-in. How are your goals going? What did you make for dinner? I'm going to show you something.
What are their goals?
What are your goals? What do you mean?
What are their goals?
Yeah, how are your goals? Like, what are your goals? So for dinner tonight, we didn't get groceries because we're going to be gone for almost a week. I don't know, 4 or 5 days. And we were just cleaning out the fridge, and my husband's like, hey, I've got a tri-tip I'll make. And I was like, perfect. Well, the tri-tip how long did it take to make this amazing thing?
2 hours.
So he's eating by himself because I made the kids other food.
It's I didn't think it was going to take that long.
2 hours.
So
I should show you guys if you've been following me for a while, I'm going to tell you something. You want it? Well, I'm really not hungry. But I'm going to try it in a second. I'm going to tell you guys something. First of all, where are you tuning in from? How long have you been on the Keto Mom page? So we started this page in 2015 when our family started this journey. And I started it because we thought, well, first of all, you want to hear something crazy? Steve was on the keto diet about, 8 years ago? Probably 8 years ago. I did not join him for like 2 years after he started. And I started with drinking ketones. I'm not going to talk about that right now. But what's crazy is I had my first packet of ketones, went to bed that night because I felt incredible, didn't need a nap that day. I had a dream that I was supposed to start a page and call it Keto Mom. No joke. Right, babe?
I remember.
I woke up and I said, hey, if we're going to do this keto journey, I had a dream I started a Facebook page. It's supposed to be called Keto Mom. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, but if we're going to eat better, surely there's other families out there that are going to want to do the same thing, right?
Surely.
Right? Is that a lie?
No, that's exactly what happened.
It's exactly what happened. So
I said, what are you going to talk about? You're like, I have no idea.
What are you going to talk about? I was like,
going to share our story and our journey.
I don't know. I guess we'll just talk about what we're doing. So we started the page, and it started with one person, my mom and my sister, and any friends that wanted to follow me and support us. If anybody wanted to get healthier with us, we would say, hop on the page and try to eat some meat and vegetables. That's what we're doing. We're drinking ketones. Join us. So our journey has been fun. We've learned a ton. We're not doctors and we're not experts, but we just love sharing with you. So we've come a long way in the last 6 years. And thank you for hopping on. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for, hopefully this is an accountability for you. But I thought it would be fun to show you. If you've followed us at any point in time, you would know my husband, Steve, loves contraptions. You could say not even contraptions, like gadgets. I mean, not even just kitchen gadgets, but if there's a gadget sold on the Home Shopping Network, we'll probably buy it.
No, that's
yes.
not true.
Any type of workout equipment. If it's going to make your steak better, if it's going to make your food better, if it's going to make your muscles better, whatever, he's going to buy it. Yeah. Biohacking, red lights. I should show you guys something that we have in our closet. It's called a spaceship.
Another day.
I'm going to show you what we have to make this steak because he just made the most incredible steak. So as you're tuning in, you want me to try it?
Mm-hmm. I do.
What did you make for dinner? This was a 2-hour steak that is now done. Hey, you think I should try it? Let me try it.
See if I can put it in your
Do you guys like tri-tip? Tri-tip is my favorite, and it's so good. That's so gross.
Come on. How is it?
It's so good. Oh, it's so good.
I can't tell if you're telling the truth or not.
It tastes like from a restaurant.
Yeah, Steve's
restaurant.
Yeah.
You guys want to see? Okay. First of all, I've gotten a lot of questions about our ice maker. So something else you should know about me is I'm not a great decorator. So we have this little space in this house that we bought, and it's like an extra kitchen, right? So like there used to be a sink, and I was like, I'm gonna make a cute little coffee place, which is so it was supposed to be only coffee, only. Okay. And so it had a little coffee maker and coffee cups, and we're almost out of our cream and coffee, and I have a cute little sign, and then Steve turned it into a coffee steak place. So he bought this thing called the what's this thing called? Otto Wilde Grill. It's from Germany. And it cooks your steak like at 1500 degrees, right? So hot, and it cooks it really well. But that wasn't good enough. So the other day, something else showed up at our house, probably off of the Home Shopping Network. Where'd it come from? Which infomercial? Came from, I'm sure. Does anybody else buy like any kitchen gadget? That's my husband. So he bought this thing. What is this?
Cinder grill.
It's a Cinder grill.
Connects to your phone.
It's a Cinder grill. It connects to your phone. Then you should come and tell them, come and tell them why you buy this. So my coffee area, which I don't drink coffee, by the way, turned into a cute coffee. Oh, and we have a new ice maker that does not fit by our fridge. So it's got to sit here until we make space over in our kitchen because we're making space. And I will tell you, hey, I do have a lot of people that asked about this ice maker. I think it came from Amazon, and there's lots of fingerprints on it because we use it all day, every day. But it's somebody said hospital ice. We call it Sonic ice or hospital ice, but it's incredible.
Okay, so I need to show this grill.
So hold on a second. Let's do a little let me flip the camera around. Okay. So first of all, see, I was working on this space, but it has turned into an everything space. Does anybody have a cute space in their house and then it just gets changed? So
it's about the percent.
Where did you get the ice maker? Someday this is going to be in the kitchen. Online where? Amazon?
Amazon, probably.
Amazon, you fill it up with water. You don't have to connect it to a hose, and this is what it's called. Profile ice maker. Just Google hospital ice maker. Okay. What I'm going to tell you about that in just a second.
Which one?
My cookie maker. Okay. We've got the Alder Wilde grill. Tell us how you make your steak.
Otto Wilde grills from Germany.
Who loves steak, by the way?
So
Okay.
the biggest problem I have with this is that it's awesome.
Okay.
But I wasn't able to cook the inside the way that my wife liked steak.
I don't like the steak to moo.
I loved it,
You like it mooing.
but she needed something else that cooked the inside of the steak to her liking.
Yeah.
Without burning the outside. I'm not an
Okay.
expert.
Okay.
So that's where the Cinder grill came in. So this is so cool. So look at, you pick your food. So like we just did a tri-tip.
Uh-oh. We can't see your thing. You have to turn your light down
Oh, this is like the first time you've ever told me to turn my...
all the way. There you go.
Wow.
So the
Okay.
grill connects to his phone. Look
So
at that.
you pick what kind of meat you have.
Okay, slow.
We did a
Yep.
tri-tip.
Tri-tip.
And then we did medium well.
And then
it tells you the temperature. And then basically, follow me.
Oh, I'll follow you.
And
Okay.
you put the meat right there. You close the lid. And then it starts cooking. And it tells you how long it's going to take. So that's what's so great about this is it cooks the inside unbelievably well. But I feel like it doesn't cook the outside the greatest. So that'd be my review on this. I know you can then take it off. And then you can turn it up to 400 degrees to sear it. But it's just not the greatest. But it cooks it unbelievably well on the inside. So then you take it out of there and you put it in the Otto Wilde grill, and all it takes is a minute on each side. 1500 degrees, bam! The outside is perfect, the inside is perfect, and no lie.
My
it's
husband
the
eats
best
mainly meat.
that you
So, okay, real quick. I think this is from Amazon. I don't know where this is from. This is not an infomercial because I don't have any links to anything, just so you know. But I do get a lot of questions. Amazon, look for an ice maker. Germany, that came to us a year ago. Where'd you get this thing?
That was off of Cinder Grill
Cinder grill.
somewhere.
This is what I make our keto cookies, sometimes not keto cookies, but mainly keto cookies in because I always loved this as I was growing up. I used to work at a snack shop when I was young, and I loved having a cookie grill, and my husband just surprised me with one. So those really yummy cookies that we made, I think we called them cream cheese cookies. They were delicious. We made them in that. So that's our house, part of it, and all of the things that we have here. So really, I just thought it was funny, and I really just wanted to check in to see how you all are doing. But somebody did ask a question. So if you have some questions, I'm going to go into the light because it's kind of dark in here. If you have some questions, ask below and I can answer them real quick. But the question that somebody asked me was, how can you afford to drink ketones? And I was not going to talk about ketones, but I'm going to tell you this real quick. For those of you who have been following my journey, since we're chatting, and I'm just kind of feeling chatty, I've got 2 kids at volleyball. One girl was practicing dance, and the other is just watching a movie that I made them turn down because I'm talking to you. So here's, forgive my face. And if you watched my live this morning, guess what? I have not showered yet. We have been productive, and we are leaving on a trip, so I had to pack. Okay, so for those of you, if you've got keto questions, ask them below, and we'll stay on for like 10 more minutes. Somebody said, how can people afford to drink ketones? I would say this. Tell me, I always love to know, like, what are your goals? What do you eat and drink throughout your entire day? And the reason I ask that is because most people are spending money somewhere. So for example, I've got friends that go through Starbucks coffee every single day, or Caribou, right? Every day, $5 to $7 on a coffee. My brother jokes and he's like, I'm constantly at a drive-through. He called me the other day. He's like, Stephanie, he's a guy, so forgive me. He's like, I'm getting fat. Please help me. He's 25. I'm like, Dakota, stop drinking so much Red Bull and Mountain Dew, right? So I like to tell him, I'm like, most people are spending their money somewhere. What do you spend your money on? Manicures, pedicures, all of the things. Clearly I need to spend some money. I don't. That is a lie. Thank you, babe. But I say that because how important is your health to you? And I drink ketones because my husband asked me to a long time ago, because he said, if these work, they're going to change thousands of people's lives. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm just going to show you. It's a packet. You put it in water. You drink it. It puts you in ketosis in under an hour. So it's a helper. It helps you with energy, focus, fat loss, better mood, better sleep, appetite control. Like I say, for me, I don't need a nap, and I haven't needed a nap in almost 6 years. As a mom who homeschools 4 daughters, I feel incredible. And whether it's $5 a day at a coffee store or $5 a day on something that's going to be a clean fuel that fuels my body, I'm willing to go, what am I drinking that I could cut out? Or guess what? I'm not going to spend as much money on Oreos and frozen pizzas and drive-through. So if you want to know more about my mom fuel and you want a trial kit, if you're like, I don't know if I'm going to like the flavors, just post trial below and we're going to send you a link so that you can either, there's different ways you can trial it. If you want one of these, there's only a couple of these left. I usually grab, we have seasonal flavors. There's so many things I could tell you. Our number 1 product is our Keto Nat. Puts you in ketosis. It gives you all of those benefits. And then from there, you're going to work on your food. So if I'm working with you and you message me and you're trialing ketones, I'm going to go, what are your goals? How are you feeling? What are you eating currently right now? Let's tweak some of those things. Do you want to work on intermittent fasting? How much water are you drinking? What are your dogs? Can you go grab your dogs, please? And we're going to have a conversation back and forth. I'm going to say, hey, try this. Let's swap out this. Are you drinking enough water? Oh, you have cramps? Guess what? Leg cramps or a slight headache, you might need some electrolytes. So there's so many things that we're going to work on together. So whether you want a trial kit that we only have a couple more blues. So if you've never tried them, not a big deal. We have a super cool little kit that allows you to try 3 flavors, super low price, and you're going to get this, and you and I are going to focus on your energy, your focus, and your appetite control, and your food, and your sleep, and your stress. So it's all one, right? So for those of you who are like, I don't know if I can afford that, there's different ways that you can try it. There's different ways to save money. We have a Smart Ship program. We have every 4th month. When you get your Smart Ship, you get a free box with your Smart Ship. If you as a customer share it with a couple people, you can earn free ketones. So if you want to know and utilize a tool, that's the tool. Some people go, an objection I'll get is, you don't have to drink ketones. I know, you are right. You want to know why? because your body makes ketones. I feel like it's so dark in here. I don't know why. Is that better? So I am very well aware your body can make ketones and you can drink them. Not all ketones are created equal, right? And so you can't just buy, I'll just give you this. I've got some great tools. If you want to see the videos, let me know and I'm going to send you. But you have to private message me. Message me and go, here are my goals. Show me the videos. Let's talk about trial. So post trial below and we're going to chat, okay? Because it is important. So if you don't think that you need a tool, that's fine, right? If you don't need something to help you with your energy, I did. I needed a nap every single day. Or my mom brain, I needed some serious help with my brain fog. I just needed something to help me not eat the sleeve of Oreos or frozen pizza every single day. Like, I needed a tool. Some of you drink pots of coffee or energy drinks, or you're shoving caffeine down your throat through little caffeine pills. Whatever it is, most people need a tool because the food these days, guess what, isn't as nutritious. There's cookies every place you look, even at the dentist office. And so there's some serious self-control needed. So it's just a helper. So whether you do it all food-based, I'm here to help you. If you need recipes and ideas, let me know. If you want to know more about ketones, awesome. I'll help you either way, but they're incredible. So I was watching as you guys were chatting. I don't think I saw any more questions, but if you have questions, hold on, I'm going to check real quick. Okay, here's a good question. Somebody said, my posts don't have healthy keto food. That's my favorite question. So the only reason I say that is because raise your hand if you are strict keto. Like if you are, meaning 80% fat, 15% protein, and 5% carbs. Like raise your hand if you are strict keto, under 20 carbs a day, you know your body's making ketones. Is there anybody on here that knows that they're that for longer than a year? Let's say even longer than a year. Here's the common question that I get. So for even the person that asked this, how long has it been? Because the average person that I talk to, and I talk to hundreds of you every single day, they go, oh, I tried the keto diet for this amount of time. Oh, I tried the keto diet, got to the vacation, got to the wedding, I got to whatever my goal was, and then I stopped because it was too hard, right? How many else? Anybody say that? Anybody has said that? Because here's the problem when somebody says, you're not doing the keto diet right. You aren't eating this. And as soon as people start pointing fingers and you tell somebody they're doing it wrong, and you degrade the way that somebody else is eating, even if it's a better, healthier way, guess what? You just bursted somebody's bubble. So the fact that you look at somebody else's recipes and say, they're not healthy enough, what I'm going to tell somebody is this. You're making me all sweaty. So I want you to hear this very loud and clear. The average person is not going to stick to a keto diet for their entire lifetime. But if you can work on making better choices from day one, and then you can stick with it, and we're on day 6, then guess what? You're going to win. But if you think that you're going to stick to a strict keto diet, which was meant for medical reasons for 6 years, I'd love for you to share that. You did it for 6 years. I've never met anybody that has. Half the time they lose the weight, and in a year they gain it all back. So yes, I love adding avocados to my meals. I don't take pictures of all my meals. I eat too much protein, therefore I drink ketones because I like to work out and I like meat. So I do eat too much protein. Yeah. My husband is mainly carnivore. He goes back and forth. Here's the reason I don't encourage a lot of people to dive in and eat that 80% fat. Because, and this is something super important, if you are low carb. Now, I asked if anybody was strict keto. Not very many people raised their hands. Who considers themselves low carb or lazy keto, or I'm doing the best that I can, I'm making better choices? Who is that? Is that you? Because if you're doing that, that's awesome. Let's say you had the choice of going to McDonald's quick because you're on a hurry, or you knew you had a low carb wrap in the cupboard with some natural peanut butter or maybe some egg salad. Which would be the better choice? Clearly a low carb wrap with some peanut butter would be a better choice. Now, somebody who's considered strict keto and is pointing their finger at somebody and saying that's not a keto option, yes it is. It is a keto option because it's a better choice. And somebody can stick to that for the rest of their life versus going through a drive-thru at McDonald's. I didn't even come on here to like get sweaty and get fired up. But when people point their fingers at people and say like, you're not strict keto, I just think it's ridiculous. Because a low carb wrap, to me, is a low carb keto option. If you are strict keto for medical reasons, that's awesome. You have to be, right? But again, we're talking about long term. And so everybody's on a different journey. There's no one size fits all. The way I'm going to eat is not going to work with your body and vice versa. My husband and our bodies are completely different how we process food. Completely different. He always jokes and says he can eat the same amount of food as I can, or I can eat the same amount of food as he can. I'll lose 5 pounds, he gains 5 pounds. Like, it's just the way that everybody's bodies is. So like when somebody says I'm going to do keto, yours is going to look different. Some people have to eat a lot more greens and more veggies. Some people can eat more protein. Some people can't. Some people can't eat those low carb wraps because they're not gluten free, but guess what? I can because they don't affect my body. So it's just different for everybody, right? And so here's the kicker. I think fats are great. If you are doing a low carb diet, you cannot eat 80% fat. You can't. Why? Because your body needs to burn fat. So what happens if you're constantly eating fat bombs and an entire avocado and all of this cheese? What happens if you eat all the keto fat that you want? Because you're going, it's keto, I can eat it. I can eat all the bacon and all the butter. Grab your dogs, please. I can eat all the bacon and all the butter and all the avocados. And you know what? And it's fine. I'm keto. But you're only strict keto if you are tracking every single macro that you're eating. If you are not tracking your food and you are not tracking if you're in ketosis, then you're low carb. Then you are lazy keto or dirty keto or whatever you want to call it, and that is fine. But that means you probably are going, oh, I'm going to count my carbs in my head. Hey, can you grab your dogs, please? I'm going to count my carbs in my head. I'm going to kind of, low carb is considered like 60 or 50 carbs and under. That's awesome. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to take the buns off the burgers and the croutons off the salad. And I'm going to grab a lettuce wrap. And I'm going to put, I'm going to order the salad with the dressing on the side. And I'm going to eat that low carb wrap instead of going to McDonald's, right? If you're doing all of those things, you're not going to be a strict keto diet. And you cannot think to yourself, I can eat all the fat that I want. Because your carbs are not low enough to eat the 80% fat. You're going to get to that place where most people go, Stephanie, help. I've reached a plateau. I'm at a stall. What's going on? And I'm like, are you under 20 carbs a day? Because if you aren't, you cannot eat whatever you want in the fat category, even the good fats. Does this make sense? Like, I hope this makes sense. Please let me know. Hence why I drink ketones. I don't think my body's always making ketones. I eat too much protein. Protein kicks you out of ketosis, but I feel incredible. I drink ketones. So I'm not trying to preach out of anger, more of like sometimes it gets frustrating because I get messages so often of people going, somebody told me I wasn't doing it right. Or, they just get so degraded because so many people want to be healthier. And so many people need to lose a lot of weight. Lots. It's not just like 5 or 10 pounds. It's like 50, 60, 70 pounds. I get messages going, I need to lose 100 pounds. When somebody needs to lose 100 pounds and you say, you can't have that low carb wrap, you might as well just say, hey, go to McDonald's. Like, you have to meet people where they're at. So, and not every community fits everybody, right? So like, find what works for you, right? If it's very super strict, rigid keto and you want all of the macros written out for you and you want to make sure the pictures are beautiful, like that's not my page. I'm so sorry. Like I will give you the best advice that I can. I didn't go to school for this. We've trialed and errored. Like for example, how to fix a stall. So Debbie says how to fix a stall. Well, I always say, are you eating when you're not hungry? How much water are you drinking? And what does a stall mean to you? So if you've ever read the Ketogenic Bible, Dr. Ryan and Dr. Jacob, who actually formulated our ketones, wrote an incredible book called the Keto Bible. And I'm pretty sure this question was asked a while ago. Here's the book. This is a great resource if you're looking for a great resource. Sorry, it's backwards. I forgot to flip the camera. And he said a true stall isn't not a stall unless it's been 6 weeks. So has it been 6 weeks? Remember, are you based it on a scale? If you're basing everything that you lose on a scale, you need to pay attention to inches lost. How are your clothes fitting? Are they loose? Can you get up and run more? Can you lift heavier weights? Can you get on the floor and play with your kids? Like, there's so many different ways to measure success, right? If you are, just think about this for a second. If you've reached a stall, do not eat if you're not hungry. Don't eat to fill your macros, right? And those two things. And then drink plenty of water. Make sure you look at how much sleep and how much stress is in your life. Sleep plays a factor on your fat loss. Stress plays a factor. Let's just be real. I mean, in the world that we're in right now, there's a lot of stress between homeschooling kids and people working from home and all of the snacks in the cupboard. Like, there's a lot of discipline that needs to happen. Working out at home, all of those things, right? Getting your mindset right, reading, not going down a negative path every time somebody says, oh, you're doing it wrong. So, and then if you feel like all of that's right, then if Debbie, you're a lady, I would say, how much dairy are you eating? Because oftentimes the snacks and the meals all include heavy creams and lots of cheese and sour cream and cream cheese and fat bombs. And I ate 2 avocados today and I ate a low carb wrap. Like, you didn't track your food. So all of a sudden you've got this really high fat and you're doing good on your carbs, but like not low enough. Does that make sense? So I hope this was helpful. I really just intended to come on here and show you my steak. So I hope that was helpful. Please, please, please reach out if you have specific questions and I will try to help. And sometimes they'll say, man, you know what? I don't know. You're going to have to go ask a doctor. Try this and this and this. These are the things that I know. Or go grab yourself a book. Like, this has some really great recipes, but also from a doctor's point of view, some really great medical questions. So and it explains ketones and ketosis. And he talks about drinking ketones in here. Pretty crazy, huh? So anyways, I appreciate you all. Let me know if there's anything I can help with. Continue to tune in. I think you all are amazing. Just post trial below if you want to know more about the ketones and we can chat. Otherwise, private message me. So if I didn't see your question, send me a message and I'd love to chat with you. So that's it. I hope you guys have a great night and we'll talk to you soon.